Good evening and welcome to Metro Nashville's 13th Chanukah celebration. But this year it is a pre-Chanukah celebration, as Chanukah does begin this year on Saturday night. This has been a vision of our great mayor of our great city to make it this year the largest Chanukah celebration that Metro Nashville has ever hosted here at Public Square or anywhere in this city. And this was one of the things that our great mayor brought with her to office when she became mayor. This year we have representations here from so many different organizations, congregations, agencies, all of Nashville's 5 congregations, the Jewish Federation, the Akiva School, the Jewish Family Service, the JCC, so many council members. This is an amazing feat. So let us hear a big round of applause for our mayor. Chanukah is not only a story of the past that we celebrate, where a few won over the many. Chanukah is a story today, how we incorporate our lives, that even though it's cold and dark, we create light and warmth. And this light and warmth is created by doing deeds of goodness and kindness. For every good deed that we do, making a difference to another member of our family or community makes our city a much greater place. So this year, it's not only 8 days of Chanukah. Since we're starting 4 days, we actually have 12 days of Chanukah celebration here in Nashville. So please let us create lots of sparks of goodness and kindness and make our city even a greater city than it is. We are going to begin our program this evening to ask Rabbi Sol Strasberg from Congregation Shereth Israel, as the representatives of all the rabbis and the clergy members of Nashville, to share greetings on behalf of the community and a Chanukah message. Rabbi Sol Strasberg.
Thank you. Good evening. On behalf of the National Board of Rabbis, it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to the Mayor's Menorah ceremony and to wish everyone a happy Chanukah. I was studying the other day about the history of Chanukah, and what I discovered is that you can summarize Chanukah pretty much with 3 words: outside, inside, and outside. And here's what I mean. In the first Chanukah, a little over 2 millennia ago, the Maccabees led a revolt against the oppressive Syrian Greeks, rededicated the temple, and relit the golden menorah. And so our sages proclaimed a festival where all Jews would light Chanukah menorahs outside to spread the great miracle that God had delivered the temple and political autonomy back into the hands of the Jews. But half a century later, as the Jews fell under Roman rule, there was a shift, and the Jewish practice began to focus less on the outward lighting and more on lighting in Jewish homes, ner yishuveto. The focus of Chanukah was on families, parents, spouses, children, grandchildren, the importance of sharing our values and beliefs with the next generation. But remember, I said Chanukah history could be summed up in 3 words and not 2: outside, inside, and outside. So once again, 2,000 years later, Jews have begun to share the message of Chanukah, the message of hope and rededication, with the outside world. And in cities like Nashville, Tennessee, where we celebrate diversity and openness and a true interest in our fellow citizens, we're able to celebrate and honor each other's traditions. And Chanukah has moved back outside into the open for everyone to celebrate. Outside, inside, and outside. And I remember 11 years ago, standing at the riverfront in the city of New Orleans, a few months after Hurricane Katrina had hit, and I stood alongside with my wife, Daniela Pressner, and Rabbi Goldstein, who's now Rabbi Mackler, and James Mackler at the time, and our good friends, and there we were in a city that had a lot of pain and no hope. And on that cold, rainy night, we stood out with the leaders of the city and other volunteer organizations, and what did we do? We lit the Chanukah menorah that brought strength and inspiration and warmth at a time when it was needed the most. And throughout history, Chanukah has continued to bring light and hope in a world that seems dark so much of the time. And so while the history of Chanukah is really outside, inside, and outside, my hope and my prayer is that we can all take the message of Chanukah, that we broadcast wherever we can and bring it back inside our homes and inside our hearts. Thank you.
I'd like to call upon Catalina Izaguri from Congregation Shereth Israel and Chana Tektel from Congregation Beit Tefillah, who are both going to read a short Chanukah reading.
Light the first of 8 tonight, the furthest candle to the right. Light the first and second too, when tomorrow's day is through. Then light 3, and then light 4. Every dusk, 1 candle more. Till all 8 burn, bright and high, honoring a day gone by. When the temple was restored, rescue from the Syrian lord, and an 8-day feast proclaimed, the Festival of Lights, well named, to celebrate the joyous day when we regained the right to pray to our one God in our own way.
The Chanukah lights remind us in the most obvious ways that emulation begins at home, within oneself and one's family, we increasing the light of Torah and good deeds in everyday experience, even as the Chanukah lights are kindled in growing numbers from day to day. But though it begins at home, it does not stop there. Such is the nature of light that when one kindles a light from one's own benefit, it benefits all who are in the vicinity. Indeed, the Chanukah lights are expressly meant to illuminate the outside, like right here in the public square. It is our duty to bring light to all those, for one reason or another, still have darkness. It is true of the individual, and it is true as a nation, especially the great United States, united under God and generously blessed by God with material as well as spiritual riches. It is surely the duty and privilege as the nation to promote all the forces of light, both at home and abroad, and in a steadily growing measure. Let us pray that the message of the Chanukah lights will illuminate the everyday life of everyone personally and the society at large, for a brighter life in every respect, both materially and spiritually. May we all be blessed with a joyous and happy Chanukah.
Please welcome Mark Freeman with the Jewish Foundation.
I didn't know where that voice came from. Must be from above. On behalf of the Jewish Federation and the Jewish Foundation of Nashville and Middle Tennessee, it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to our Hanukkah celebration. I want to thank the mayor for bringing the Hanukkah, the menorah, to the center, to the heart of our city for this ceremony. We really, really deeply appreciate it. I also want to offer greetings on behalf of Lisa Perlin, the president of the Jewish Federation, and I understand that all 40 members of the city council are here this evening. So you know what that means? We have 5 council members for each night of Hanukkah. That is truly in the spirit of unity that underscores what our city is all about. I'm just so pleased that all of you are here. And all of you this evening, it's tough to follow 2 beautiful young women reciting a poem. Thank goodness I don't have to follow the kids' choir later on this evening. So I'll just make one observation about Hanukkah. Each night we light those lights, and we see the flicker of the lights, and we see the warmth that burns within the lanterns or the candles that we light. But really the true miracle of Hanukkah is that the true flicker of light is the light that is in your eyes so that you can see to do good, to work your own miracles. And the warmth of the fire is in your heart, that you have the passion and the drive to make the world and this city a better place. Thank you all for letting us share Hanukkah with you.
Please welcome Sherry Weiner.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So I wanted to share just a little bit of trivia, if I might, on behalf of the Metro Council. Yes, this is the 13th year that Metro has celebrated Hanukkah with the menorah lighting. And wanted to share that in the Metro Council, we have a Jewish caucus, is what we call it. We have 7 members of the council who have Jewish roots. And those council members are behind me, Dave Rosenberg, Freddie O'Connell, DaCosta Hastings, Scott Davis, who am I forgetting? Jim Schulman, Fabian Bednay, I think I got everybody, and me. So I also wanted to share that we're really, really proud to have our 8th member of the Jewish caucus who served in the last council, and that is our mayor. Mayor Barry also has roots in the Jewish community, and we're very proud that she has taken this on to help us expand this important celebration. And so what I wanted to share additionally is that Hanukkah is our story. It's 2,000 years old, and it commemorates the rededication of the Jewish temple after our oppressors were defeated and we were able to celebrate and enjoy our religion and our religious celebration. And so today in the United States and in Nashville, we are very proud that we in this community celebrate religious diversity. And that's been the cornerstone and the hallmark of Mayor Barry's administration. She has focused on that diversity and that inclusion here in Nashville, and she has recognized how important it is to celebrate the benefits that that diversity brings. And so, with no further delay or conversation from me, I would like to introduce my friend and our mayor, Megan Barry.
Thank you, Council Lady Weiner. Sherry and I had the great opportunity to serve on the Metro Council together, and she brings her energy and her passion to everything, and I'm so grateful to see her today and to see all of the Metro Council members who are behind me. Since there are all 40 of them who are here, can you all just kind of get together? All of you. Are you all together? And raise your hands so that people will all know who you are. And I know we also have Vice Mayor David Briley with us as well. David Briley is over here. And State Representative John Ray Clemens is also with us back over here. And I know that former council member Ronnie Stein is also with us. And I want to especially thank Rabbi Tactel from Shabbat, because his vision a long time ago was what brought this to the forefront. And Rabbi Strasberg from Congregation Shereth Israel, Mark Friedman, of course, from the Jewish Federation, and to Hannah and Catalina, who read that beautiful poem. I really appreciate it. We're going to hear from the kids here in a minute who are jumping with joy to sing for us up here. I'd also like to thank the district and Puckett's for keeping us warm tonight by giving us some tea and some coffee, and to Metro Parks and to Metro General Services, and of course to Hugh Bennett, who is always out there making sure that you can hear on all these great events. Thank all of you for coming out tonight in the cold. And as we just said, it's not the start of Hanukkah tonight. Hanukkah doesn't start until Saturday at sunset. And this is a great reminder of bringing us out of the darkness, because we have seen a lot of darkness this year, and sometimes it's difficult to escape that. But I know that during this wonderful Festival of Lights, we're going to think about the light that is inside all of us, and that we can take that light and reflect it back onto the world. Because each of us has a responsibility to shine in our city, and each of us has that responsibility to do that every day. I love Nashville because Nashville is a place that always says, what can I do for you? And when we think about what Hanukkah talks about and brings, it is about making sure that we are doing for each other. So as we begin to think about Hanukkah, that victory that the Jewish people celebrate that happened over 2,000 years ago, that miracle that did keep the temple's menorah lit for 8 days, let's also keep that spirit of Hanukkah in our minds and our hearts, not just during those 8 days, but for all the days that we are here in Nashville. I hope that each of us can be the light in the darkness, that light that brings hope, that brings love, and that brings peace to all of us this season. So thank you. It is a real pleasure to be with all of you tonight. Thank you.
Have everyone join in the blessing.
Yes, absolutely.
As Hanukkah begins on Saturday night, tonight we will symbolically light the menorah on electric candles. Hanukkah on Saturday night, we light the first, and so on and so forth. Menorahs like this are being lit throughout the entire world. Many mayors and governors are lighting it a bit early this year due to the Hanukkah program. I know in Berlin, Germany, at the Brander Brigade, a place that was very dark, my brother's the chief rabbi of Berlin, and they light the menorah there today, bringing a lot of light And all over the world, Chabad lights menorahs in all public squares and all public places. And we are grateful to our mayor for being here tonight and joining us in the ceremony. So we're going to recite the blessing. If all those that know can join, we'll just omit Hashem's name. Baruch atah Ad Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam asher kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Ad Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem bazaman hazeh. Baruch atah Ad Hashem Elokeinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Please welcome the Akiva School and West End Synagogue Choir.
And one more. Chanukah, oh Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Oh Chanukah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago.
Before we conclude this evening, we want to invite everyone in. At 6 o'clock, we're going to be having a proclamation presented to Rabbi Tichtel and Mark Friedman of the Federation on behalf of the Metro Council members commemorating this year's Hanukkah celebration.
We'd like to ask the children of Akiva School prepared a very special Hanukkah card for the mayor. They worked for many, many hours. It's almost like a tapestry from art from many of the children. So if all the children would like to come up and present it to the mayor here, for those who have it here, come. We would also like to present to the mayor, for the mayor's office, her very own Hanukkah menorah. We present the menorah for the city council, for the mayor's office, with a book, The Secret of Chabad. But there's also, since the mayor does have Jewish roots, we're going to present her with a new program called Shabbat in a Bag. Shabbat in a Bag is a new program that anyone that wants to celebrate Shabbat or knows somebody that wants to do Shabbat, just call Chabad and Shabbat in a Bag will be delivered to your home or office. And we inaugurate the program. We're presenting one of the first Shabbat in a Bags to our mayor, who also has her Jewish roots. Thank you. Thank you. We wish you all a happy Hanukkah. Please help yourself with donuts and dreidels, and for everyone's invited. For those that would like to join for the proclamation, happy Hanukkah to everybody. Thank you.